And now it's time for us to size this knife up. It is about 6.5 inches long. The handle of this is 3.5 of an inch. The blade is just under 3-inch mark. It's actually 2.78 of an inch. And it's about 1 inch width when it comes to that. So it is really nice when it comes to it. The slip joint is the way most knives were made before they came up with all those new sophisticated and more nice and fancy ways for you to open them up. So this is definitely old school style when it comes to opening and closing. And you all actually have a slip right here that you're opening, but it goes right back inside the actual knife. Now, one thing that makes it much more harder for you to close is that this probably needs a little lube and opening and closing it a bunch of times. Now, it does have a safety, so it doesn't just snap on you. As you can see, when you close it, it stops right here. It doesn't right away just jumps and falls. After this, it doesn't fall down. It actually keeps moving. The only time it snaps is right about here, right at the end. So this is a safety built-in mechanism inside of it that prevents it from accidentally, as you're closing it, for it to just go ahead and fall right on your fingers if you leave them accidentally over here. So that is definitely an added bonus to this. It makes it a safer slip joint when it comes to most of those slip joints are not that safe of a knife. And since this is just basically a recreation of an old school knife and how they used to look like, the whole entire fun of this is to have a knife that gives it this old school vibe, yet looks very expensive, but the price is super affordable. But it is really slick, so if you're giving this as a gift to somebody who probably possessed a bunch of knives back from old school ways, then they will super appreciate how awesome this knife actually looks, the marksmanship, the beauty of it all together, and the Damascus blade that this comes with it. And it is really nice looking. So it is a really nice looking knife in every possible way. But when it comes to its quality, that's where it really shines. Because you should be expecting this to be a very expensive knife, and it's not. And you'll be paying a very good price for what you're getting here. So this is really nice for the quality and everything else. Let's go into a few other things. So it's easy for you to open. You still need two hands for you to open. It's slip joint, so it opens and closes, and you have this slip over here that you use to open this up, or you just grab both fingers and open it. Let me show you once again what I mean by this slip joint. So technically, slip joint, you could just use one finger opening. It is possible for you to potentially try it, but I would rather just grab it and open it instead. Now, the next thing about this is the handle. Now, this one has absolutely no hot spots. This is old school version. It is really nice for you to handle and to touch it as well. Now, for EDC purposes, this is not an EDC knife. This is pretty much not an everyday carry. It's more like this knife that you have back to old school ways. Yeah, you can do this for almost every single job there is for it, but it's primarily made as a beauty knife, and it is functional too. So what I mean by beauty is that it is just gorgeous. Once you get one of those, you don't really want to use it. That's the reason why, because it really has the titanium handles and the Damascus blade, making this thing is just sharp, really nice looking knife. And then you'll be like, oh, should I actually use it? Well, it's still nice looking to really use it. It's more like for collectors. I would say this is actually intended use for this is to give this away to somebody as a gift. Someone who is into knife collecting and they really appreciate something like this. And I would never actually expected Kizer to actually make this. This is a very nice way for them to get into something new. I just wish this thing opened and actually opened much easier. Closing is a whole different matter over here. So opening, it's a little bit on the top side, right about here, but that's, you see, it stops right there. I guess it's a safety. It goes both ways when it comes to that. But closing it over here is fine. It's more like when you're closing it from here that you get some resistance right here, just a little bit. So you have to hold this pretty tight. Now, one thing that this one is missing, and you might not actually see it, is that it doesn't have those safety clips that you can put them on. This is primarily made as a pocket knife. You just throw it in a pocket and you use it. And it doesn't have any of those clips on either side of this. So if you want to put this on your pants on the outside, you can't actually do that. It's not the intended use or purpose of this knife. Overall, I think it's top-notch quality, really nice looking, and something that really is made to give people as a gift. And you'll really enjoy it because it is top quality.